This week we have a really cool soccer game, a classic PlayStation 1 game coming back, and a game where everything in your house turns into a sentient being and you date them. Well, if you like the content, please subscribe. My name is Stefan. This is Parents Guide to Games.
First game on our list is Gex Trilogy. It's coming on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, Nintendo Switch, and PC. The rating is teen. Content descriptions, language, and suggestive themes. The Gex Trilogy is a remastered collection of the classic platform series featuring the wisecracking gecko, Gex. The trilogy features narrative widescreen support, quality of life improvements like save states and rewind functionality, and a CRT filter for nostalgic touch. The trilogy includes Gex, Gex Enter the Gecko, and Gex 3 Deep Cover Gecko. Now it's time to find out someone special and date everything. This comes on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, Nintendo Switch, and PC. The rating is mature. Content descriptions, sexual themes, partial nudity, strong language, and drug references. Date Everything is a quirky sandbox dating simulator where players can romance anything, from people to household objects. The game revolves around a magical pair of glasses called Daviators, which transform everyday items into humanoid dateables with unique personalities. Over 100 fully voice acted characters, ranging from furniture to abstract concepts, 3 relationship paths per character, love, friendship, hate, each leading to different endings. Stat-based dialogue choices where abilities use pass, poise, empathy, influence interactions. Now let's take a look at FBC Firebreak. This comes on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and PC. The rating is teen. Content descriptions, violence, and blood. FBC Firebreak is a 3-person cooperative first-person shooter set in the universe of Control. It takes place years after the events of Control, with the Federal Bureau of Control under siege by Hiss. Play squad-based missions with players to form a Firebreak unit to contain supernatural crises. Crisis kits are unique loadouts tailored for different playstyles, including absurd weapons like a pogo stick defibrillator. Dynamic mission customization allows players to adjust difficulty and length of match. Chaotic enemy encounters feature bizarre threats like Sentinel sticky notes. Now let's take a look at Lost in Random The Eternal Die. This comes on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, Nintendo Switch, and PC. The rating is everyone. Content descriptions, mild fantasy violence. Lost in Random The Eternal Die is a roguelike sequel to Lost in Random. Players take control of Queen Alexandra as she battles through the cursed black die to defeat the Lord Mayor. The game's fast-paced roguelike combat inspired by Hades. There are 4 distinct weapons, sword, bow, spear, and hammer, each with unique playstyles. The game has a procedurally generated realms, ensuring variety encounters and replayability. Players can hang in the Sanctuary Hub, where players interact with characters between runs. Now let's take a look at Tron Catalyst. This comes on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, Nintendo Switch, and PC. The rating is everyone 10 and up. Content descriptions, fantasy violence, mild language. Tron Catalyst is an isometric action-adventure game set in the Tron universe. It serves as a sequel to Tron Identity, expanding on the Arc grid and a digital city on the brink of collapse. The game uses eidetic disc combat with melee and range attacks, including advanced techniques like parrying and disc kicks. You'll encounter light cycle sequences blending high-speed chases with combat mechanics. The game has a faction-driven narrative where the players influence the power struggle within Arc grid. Take advantage of the glitch mechanic, allowing players to manipulate time loops and uncover hidden paths. Now let's take a look at Battle Train. This comes on Nintendo Switch and PC. The rating is everyone. Content descriptions, mild fantasy violence, mild language, and alcoholic references. Battle Train is a deck-building roguelike strategy game set in the world of the most chaotic game show. Players customize their trains, build tracks, and battle rival conductors using explosive locomotives and wild abilities. Choose powerful cards to upgrade your train and control the battlefield. You'll need to lay down tracks to your opponent's base while defending your own. Unlock new cards, characters, and upgrades in an evolving metagame. Compete in challenges for riches, prizes, and glory. Next up is Raidou Remastered, The Mystery of the Soulless Army. This comes on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, Nintendo Switch, and PC. The rating is mature. Content descriptions, blood, language, partial nudity, sexual themes, and violence. Raidou Remastered, The Mystery of the Soulless Army is a role-playing game set in which players help a detective in a quest to protect the 1920s Tokyo from a demonic invasion. From a third-person perspective, players explore the city streets, complete missions, and interact with characters and battle various demons. Players use swords and pistols to attack enemies in melee-style combat. Demons can be summoned to attack enemies via magic. Battles are highlighted by impact sounds, screen shaking effects, and cries of pain. Blood appears on the ground and enemies are hit. Large bloodstains appear in a handful of environments. The game contains several female monsters and demons with partially exposed breast and or buttocks. One creature appears with a phallic-shaped head and torso. Another demon is described with a sexual characteristics. Swear words are heard in-game. Now let's hit the pitch in Rematch. This is on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and PC. The rating is everyone. Rematch is a fast-paced 5-on-5 soccer game. Unlike traditional soccer games, Rematch focuses on arcade-style gameplay, removing fouls, offsides, and pauses for non-stop experience. With a third-person perspective, players are put directly into the action. No player stats, meaning victory is a pure skill-based. Wall-assisted plays allows for creative movements and shots. Competitive online moves include ranked 5v5 matches. Now let's take a look at Robots at Midnight. This comes on Xbox Series X and PC. The rating is teen. Content descriptions: violence. Robots at Midnight is a futuristic action RPG set on the hostile planet of Yob. Players taking control of Zoe, a young woman who awakens from a 20-year-old cryosleep into a world overrun by mechanical threats and cosmic mysteries. The game is a real-time combat where players battle robotic forces using the MITT, a powered gauntlet that enables boosting, punching, and traversal abilities. Use dynamic movements including climbing, dodging, and flipping to navigate the environment. Exploration-driven storytelling covering a deep lore about Yob and Zoe's missing father. There will be 2 different modes: Heroic Mode for more narrative-based experience, and Master Mode for Souls-like challenge. And the last game on today's list with a full description is Star Overdrive. This is on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and PC. The rating is everyone 10 and up. Content descriptions: fantasy violence, mild language. Star Overdrive is an action-adventure game which players assume the role of a young astronaut who crash lands on an alien world. From a third-person perspective, players ride a hoverboard to traverse an open-world environment, completing puzzles and engaging in combat against alien creatures and robots. Players use a keytar and the light sword to attack enemies in a melee-style combat. Battles are sometimes fast-paced, accompanied by slashing effects, cries of pain, and mild explosions. The word "damn" appears in the game. And the rest of the games are also coming out this week, but no information was available.
Well, that's all the games are for this week. If you like the content, please subscribe. If you want to help the channel, please support us on Patreon. If you want to follow Parents Guide to Gaming on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. And thanks for watching.